Right now on KREM 2 News at noon, Washington's first ever income tax is now law when the Millionaires Tax is set to take effect.
Plus, I'm tracking your forecast. It is a gorgeous day across the inland northwest. A little bit cool when we could see changes arrive. That's ahead.
Plus, a local group that helps serve meals in our community is now looking for a new kitchen. Hello and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at noon today. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Laura has the day off. This morning, Washington Governor Bob Ferguson signed the Millionaires Tax into law, making it the state's first ever income tax a reality. It'll add a nearly 10% tax on household income earned above $1 million. The law does not take effect until 2028. Supporters say this tax will impact 0.5% of Washingtonians while funding free school meals, expanding tax credits for lower income families, and providing tax relief for many small businesses. Meantime, critics worry it will lead to high income earners and businesses to leave the state of Washington.
This is much more than a millionaire's tax bill. This is a tax reform bill at a time when so many Washington families are struggling to make ends meet. We are going to make it a more affordable place to live and a better place to work and to do business. In addition to asking our
supporters of the bill say less than 1% of Washingtonians would have to pay. Critics argue the new law is unconstitutional in the state of Washington, and they are ready to take that legislation to court, they say. Spokane County Commissioner Josh Kearns released a statement after the signing of the law, calling it, quote, disappointing. He said in a statement, quote, Washington families and job creators are already facing significant economic pressures, and this new tax sends the wrong message about the direction of our state. We will have more coverage on reactions from the Millionaires Tax coming up on KREM 2 News at 4 today. The Spokane Valley Fire Department said that crash happened near the intersection of Sullivan and 16th. It happened just before 9 o'clock this morning. No injuries were reported. The driver for the Central Valley school bus was checked out on the scene and then taken to the hospital as a precaution. And today, some TSA workers could get paid while others may have to wait a few more days. Meantime, legislation to fund the TSA still in limbo in Congress. The House passed a 60-day funding bill over the weekend, but Democratic lawmakers say it is unlikely to pass in the Senate. Bradley Blackburn has the latest tonight on where the partial government shutdown stands.
The partial government shutdown is now the longest in history, and as TSA officers work without pay, sick calls remain about 5 times higher than normal. In cities where officers drive long distances to work, some say high gas prices mean they can't afford to get there.
How can I show up if I don't have the ability to?
Friday, President Trump signed an emergency order to pay TSA employees with checks promised as soon as today. But ICE support at checkpoints is staying in place.
We're going to continue an ICE presence there until the airports feel like they're in 100%.
A permanent fix to fully fund the Department of Homeland Security requires Congress to act. The House and Senate have passed bills with different temporary solutions, but Congress is now in a 2-week recess. Democrats are still demanding changes to ICE tactics.
We're asking that guys not dress like Navy SEALs when they go into Minneapolis. We're asking that they wear badges the way every other police officer does, that they have warrants when they break down doors.
We need ICE. We need Border Patrol.
President Trump wants Congress to pass legislation that also includes voter ID requirements and other measures. Democrats have called his emergency order to pay TSA illegal because it sidesteps Congress.
That was Bradley Blackburn reporting. Well, now that winter is over, tomorrow is the last day to remove studded tires, or you could face a $137 fine. WashDOT says there are no exceptions, even if you are visiting from out of state. Studded tires cause an estimated $20 million in damage to Washington roads every year. All right, let's take a pause from the headlines and talk our forecast. Jenny Power joining us now. Jenny, it is so nice to see the sun make a return today.
Oh my gosh, yes it is, Mark. This is a live look for you over Lake Coeur d'Alene, where it is just picturesque as we are checking in at this noon hour. I'm outside in the Outdoor Weather Center, and honestly, I could probably lose this coat right now and switch it for some sunglasses. I grabbed it as a precaution, but it is just a beautiful conditions out here on this Monday. We are trending in the low 40s right now for the Spokane area. We have just a very, very light breeze coming out of the northeast at about 10 miles per hour sustained, but we're trending in the upper 40s 40s out toward Moses Lake. 46 degrees right now for Wenatchee, 43 for both Coeur d'Alene and Sandpoint, and it's widespread sunshine across the board. As we take a look at your current satellite and radar, earlier this morning we saw some partly cloudy skies. Those have now shifted on out to the southeast, and we're giving way to just plenty of sunshine. Current winds calm region-wide as well, so it's a great day to get outside, maybe enjoy some of our local parks, maybe go walk around Lake Coeur d'Alene. As we take a look at your temperatures this afternoon, we're just reaching the upper 40s for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, and this actually is a little bit below our average for this time of year. When we'll start to see some changes, though, because we are going to see the return of some valley rain and mountain snow, that's what I'll be talking about in my extended forecast. But for now, really take advantage of soaking up some of this sunshine, even though our temperatures are a little bit on the cooler side. Mark.
All right, sounds good. Jenny will check back in with you later in the broadcast. The organization Neighbors Feeding Neighbors has been serving meals to the Spokane community since 2020, but yesterday the group hosted their final drive-up meal as they search for a new kitchen space. The group partners with the Food Bank Partners Inland Northwest. That group expanded to a drive-up, providing between 400 and 600 meals to those in need. They do that drive-up service on the second Sunday of each month and ahead of major holidays. However, with the Food Bank Partners Inland Northwest moving buildings, the group is now searching for a new space.
There's just a lot of things you got to figure out when you're moving because, so this is our last drive-through meal here. We have to be out of here by July. And so we're hoping to find some place and start our first meal in June in our new home.
Larry Berenger, founder of Neighbors Feeding Neighbors, hopes they can secure a new space and continue giving out free meals to the community.